Hello everyone, this is Ashika, Assistant Professor in Computer Science Department, SVCD, Bengaluru. So in the previous session, we have seen the different types of levels of management in the management sector and the evaluation of the management. In this session, we are going to see about the FOIL 14 Principles of Management as general guides to the management process and the management practice. So in this FOIL's 14 principle, he is going to give the 14 principles which is involved in the management. So what are those 14 principles? The first is division of the work. So in the management process, producers more and better work with the same effort as the various functions of management like planning, organizing, directing and the controlling cannot be performed efficiently the process, right? The FOIL division of the work is mainly, he says that directing cannot be performed efficiently by a single proprietor. So he need a group of people where he must be entrusted to specializes in related fields. And the division of the work says dividing the work within a group of people. Not even a single person can take up the task and enroll the goal. So he need to make a group of people to work for it, and he also divide that work in a proprietor way so to enhance the resulted fields in the specialized in the related fields. The second is authority and the responsibility. So once the division of the work is done, it is nothing but like the planning organization like a managerial functions. So he is going to divide the work firstly. The second principle it says about the authority and the responsibility. Once the division of the work is done, how is going to give the right power to the right person? Whether the work is divided, he should avoid the wrong person in the specific area. So the person should be able to work in that specific area. You should be able to give a specific outcome. So you should be specialist. You should be trained in that particular area. If the person is given as a data as a tester, you should be knowing that what is the testing, what is the coding, right? So he should be having the exact obedience, and manager also may exercise the formal authority and also personal formal. Though responsibility is closely related to the authority, and an individual who is willing to exercise authority must be also be prepared to bear the responsibility to perforators, etc. the work in the manner desired. Then he should be disciplined. So he should be abided to the rules and regulation. He should service according to the norms of the performance. He should not violate the agreements. He should not violate the given job in a particular area. He should respect it, and he should give up the good outcome. So the best means of maintaining the discipline are good supervisors at levels, clear and fair agreements between the employees and the employer. And the next thing is unity of the command. How the unity is achieved within the group of the people. So this principle requires that each employee should receive the instructions about the particular work from one superior. So unity of the command will be achieved when if the work is assigned between the 15 people, the 15 people should be abided, they should cooperate within themselves. So how it is maintained? One supervisor is going to monitor the 15 people group. So he is going to report it to one or the more, one if any miscellaneous activities is going on within a group. He should going to report to the superior, would result in the confusion and conflict of any confusion or instructions will be given by the superior. This is about the unity of the command. So next is the unity of the direction. So how is going to give the unity of the direction? Means that there should be complete identity between the individual and the organization goals. So on the other hand, between the department goals. On the other hand, both should not pull in different directions. The unity should be there. They should move on in the specific direction. There should not be a two or three ways in a group of the people who is working for a specific task. The subordination of the individual interest to general interest. It includes a business concern and individual and always interested in maximizing his own satisfaction through more money, recognition, status, etc. So few people will be working in the organization for the salary, but few people will be working for their namesake, like having a good money recognition. For few people will be having that feeling that I need a recognition in a company which is going to he or she is going to work, right? So which is against the general interest, so which lies in the maximizing the production, and hence there should be need of subordinate that individual interest to general interest. This is about the subordination of individual interest to general interest. The next is remuneration. Remuneration says about the personnel of the firm should be fair and should be based on the general business condition. So general business condition, it includes the cost of living, productivity, capacity of the firm, and increases the work efficiency and moral and the fosters good relations between them and management. The remuneration says about the living, productivity costs, concerned employee, and increase the worker efficiency. And the centralization, it says about the degree of the decentralization of authority must be decided on the basis of the nature of circumstances, size of the undertaking, the type of activities, and the nature of organizational center structure or the degree of the certification includes must be decided on the basis of nature of their circumstances, and taking up the new activities, how they are going to enhance it, how the nature of the organizational structure is going to be done. It is all about the centralization. So the next ninth principle is scalar chain. Scalar chain, it includes the purpose of the communication and status superior, like authority of the supervisors in the relation to subordinates at various levels, and it also passes the communication through the proper channels of the authority along the scalar chain. Next is order. What is this order says in the 14th Foyle's 14th principle is, so it is like needs effort to the management to work through suitable organization of men and materials, so which requires a need for scientific selection and competent personal correction, assignment of the duties of good organization. The equity means equality of fair treatment, which results from the combination of kindness, and employee expect management to be equally just to everybody, which requires the managers to be free from the prejudicious personals like dislikes. So scalar chain is all about the purpose of the communication and the status superior relationship. Order is in the order lines is work through suitable organization of the man, and it also explains about the scientific selection of the competent personnel, and equity says that means equity of fair treatment which results from the combination of kindness and the justice of the employee. This 12th is stability of the tenure of personnel. Personnel is increases to motivate the workers to do the better work should be assured. Then only the effectiveness of the work is getting at the end. So their moral will be low and they cannot give more and better work. Initiative means that who leads to innovation, which is the landmark of technology progress. Initiative is one of the least satisfactions of for an intelligent man to experience and enhance the managers are required to give the specific scope to the shown that initiatives. So it is all about the freedom of thinking to execute their plan, because few people which is the role which is given to the people, he will be well expertise in that area, so they can come up with their new ideas to the superior one, so he can give some new ideas to explore it in a better way, and he can be motivated by the subordinates. So the 14th is as sprite decrops. A sprite decrops means team spirit which should be created by the management among the employees, and it also pull together as team. There should be scope for realizing the objectives of the concern, and there should be harmony to staff among which is great source of strength to undertaking which as a great source of strength to the undertaking, which could be achieved through avoiding the divide and rule motto and use of verbal communication. And it should be written communication to remove the misunderstandings. So when group of people is working in a working for a specific task, there should be one or the other conflicts between them. So it should be avoided. So it should not divide it, the role of the motto. So they should work for the company rules according to the provisions given by them, and they should not overgo within that specific rules, or they should not abide the rules policies of the company. This is about the asperity cross and the contribution and the limitations of the administrative management. So once the contribution is given by the FOIL's principle, there should be one or the other limitation. So what is the limitation? Even though he has included the 14 principles in the organization of the management, what is the limitation he has got? Like what is the drawback he has got from his insisting of the 14 principles? It leads to the formation of the small work groups with the norms and the goals, which each individual carrying out his own assignment part without bothering about the overall performance purpose of the organization as well, results in the dissatisfaction among us workers, as it does not provide them the opportunity to use all their abilities. So he has insisted the 14 principles like division of work, authority of the responsibility, then discipline, unity of the command, unity of the direction, then subordination of the individual interest to general interest, and he also given the space for the remuneration and space for the centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative, spirit corps. Even though he has included all these things, why he has got the drawbacks like results in the he has got the drawbacks like results in the dissatisfaction among the workers, because there will be almost if the 100% of the 100% of the work is done in the groups, there will be a 50% of dissatisfaction because among the workers, because people who is going to work, one person will be able to like the role, but one will not be able to do it. So this is about the remarks or the drawbacks of the foil principles.